what happens when you put the American on stage on Thursday morning. You're going to get some Tupac. Thanks, everyone, for being here. Hopefully, oh, I forgot the clicker. Thanks, Nick. We're super on it. Thanks, bud. Appreciate you. All right, here we go. Good morning with a lot of exclamation marks, because that's how us Americans roll. We're super excited and happy. So wanted to say, hopefully everybody had a great time last night. That's kind of the goal. We keep you nice and keep the booze flowing. Wanted to say a special thank you to Uplift, our sponsor. We had a lot of great conversation, a lot of hopeful networking that happened. The room was full. We even planned to make sure that we had the MotoGP for you guys. Totally scripted. That was all planned. So hopefully you enjoyed that as well. And you know, the cool part that I love, I've been coming to HEDNA for, gosh, 15 or so years. And it's the moments where you find yourself on the shuttle bus back with a bunch of people that you may or may not know, and you start talking about gelato, that you then order Uber Eats and eat it in the lobby at 11 o'clock at night. So, you know, I mean, this is kind of why we do what we do. Some of these people in this photograph I've had the pleasure of working with and for. Will I've known for 15 years. Sunena and Gianna and I have worked together at Disco. Christina was in the HEDNA U session, and Ben's a new friend and fellow lover of gelato. So this is why it's important to really be here and help to continue that networking. So, and I would, as a side note, as we go into the committee, this is planned all volunteer basis. So I want to really thank Gianna and David and Audrey who couldn't make it. You guys are fantastic. Everything you've seen on stage, every speaker, has all been coordinated by them. And to that point, I really want to make sure that you guys know that we are an open line of communication. So we constantly balance that. How do we make the agenda be approved by your senior leadership so that you can come and actually do the partying? So if we had, I was joking with someone this morning and said, maybe we just publish a fake agenda and say we're going to have a master class by the CEO of, you know, Hilton's going to show up and Chris is going to give us a master class, and then we can all just go out and party, which would be super awesome. But so, you know, as you come up with other ideas, as you go to other conferences, please let us know what works. We take your input very seriously. So let's do a quick recap of just yesterday. We had 6 different discipline working group, we don't use that word anymore, sessions yesterday. We had a conversation about AI. We had roundtables that we brought back. So again, we really want to try and make this as interactive and, you know, as we really need feedback from the community. We also had a really cool panel from our folks about the Indian outbound market. And there was a really cool video that we really wanted to share yesterday. So Chris, if you can put that on, it's about 1.5 minutes. It's from our friends at Hyatt. So rewind to yesterday and pretend you're seeing this yesterday. Right? I may be inspired to get married again, but we'll see. And I think that really plays into what we're really trying to put on stage for everybody, is about making sure that you're thinking about things a little bit differently outside of our current orbit. Just that video alone, you can see how that affects operations, staffing, payments, the list goes on and on. So you're going to see this a couple times because it's incredibly important that we say thank you to our sponsors. We are absolutely nothing without them. Everything we do is paid for by you guys and all of your sponsors. So be nice to your sponsors. They pay for all of your food and drink. We did go through an update with our staffing. We changed to, after Paris, SMG, which is Stringfellow Management. So they are a part of HEDNA now. So we contract with them to be a part of our association. You've seen them all running around with chickens with their head cut off on the top, but cool and smooth as silk underneath. I was trying to find a picture of a duck where it was swimming like crazy underneath and smooth on the top, but I couldn't. So this is kind of my attempt at don't look at the man behind the curtain. But SMG has been absolutely fantastic, and we are so happy to be working with them. All in the back. You guys are awesome. So thank you for that. I really want to quickly go through some of the committees. We've done a bit of changing on how those are run. So, as an elected board, we are all elected by our members. So every single person who's on the board has been elected to represent you. So we have decided to break out a little bit the way that we do some of our kind of areas. And we've broken out in each one of the board members, there's at least 2 on each committee. So we have a membership committee, we have a marketing committee, sponsorship, conference, HEDNA U, and future leaders. So to that point, if there's any of these things where you feel like you could offer some input, we can provide you with the board liaison for each one of these departments. But it's really important that we kind of silo out a little bit some of these committees so that we have a real focus on responsibility on all of these. HEDNA U is going to be run by Chris, our president, and he is incredibly passionate about this. We see a lot of great opportunity within the education program. I get the pleasure of representing HEDNA the future leaders of HEDNA with Lisa Murphy and Donnie Schumann as the liaisons, and I can tell you that this group of folks is unbelievable. So we really want to continue to use them as the gates at which everything happens through HEDNA. So yesterday, it was teased that I was going to make a big announcement, which I was unaware of. But it might be something you already know. So we will be doing our first Asian conference, and it will be in Bangkok, September 11th and 12th. So we're really excited. It's going to be on the tail end of another larger OTA conference. So actually, I'm sorry, it'll be right before it. So if you're planning on attending that conference in Bangkok, maybe come in a little bit early. It's going to be a smaller kind of half day because it's our first one in that market, but we're really excited to have that as our first one. And additionally, we're happy to announce that we will be in NOLA, or if you don't know what that is, that's New Orleans. It's the hotter version, sweater version of Vegas. So you can drink and wander around till 9 in the morning, and we will try to figure out a conference that allows that to maybe happen if you need it to happen. And then lastly, again, I just want to say thank you to all of our sponsors. We are absolutely nothing without you. Thank you to our everybody who participates and comes in. We are an open door for all feedback, so please, please reach out to us. Let us know what you like, what you don't. The survey after the show is critical in how we plan things. We brought back the roundtables because of feedback from the group. So please take those seriously, take the time to fill them out, and thank you all so much for being here.